Welcome to Workhorse Wrestling Network. This is your boy ALW. We are here watching Heatwave live on Peacock. I'll tell you in a minute here where the show's from. I'm assuming it's from Canada as well as last night's Money in the Bank was. If you joined us last night for Money in the Bank, we appreciate you. If you're here with us today, we appreciate you. We know you got a lot of options for your watch longs, so we appreciate you choosing Workhorse Wrestling Network for your watch longs. I should be joined by Sammy and Anika at some point soon here, much like yesterday. Hopefully anytime. In the meantime, you get me, Solo Dolo, and Peacock is getting ready to start it off right now. NXT Heatwave. If you're live with us here in the chat, please chime in. Let us know what you got going on this Sunday. Any questions you want to ask, any kind of interaction we'd love to hear. Want to hear your thoughts on the matches, who you think's going to win, NXT in general, or anything you want to talk about. We are here. So please chime in and let us know what you got going on or what you're thinking about. It should be a decent show. Trying to think here. I think it's going to be the Women's North American Championship kicking off the show, probably. If I had to guess, we've got the Women's North American title match, Kalani Jordan and Sol Ruka. We've got the tag match, Axiom and Fraser versus Chase U. But Nathan Frazier hasn't shown up yet. They were making a big deal about it during the pre-show, so I'm not sure what's going on with Nathan Frazier. Then we've got the NXT North American men's title match, which is Obafemi versus Wes Lee. The women's NXT title match, Roxanne versus Lola, and the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT men's world title. Ethan Page, Sean Spears, Trick Williams, and Javon Evans. So I'm imagining that it's probably Kalani Jordan and Sol Ruka kicking off the show. I thought it might be the tag team, but without Nathan Frazier being there yet, I don't know what's going to happen there. So I guess we'll see. WWE presents NXT Heatwave. Yes, they are in Toronto still. So last night for Money in the Bank in Toronto, tonight for Heatwave. Does it say I missed? I don't know if are they in the same arena too? I wonder if they're in the same arena too. Oh, Ethan Page is on the scene, ready for his shot at the NXT World Championship in the Fatal 4-Way. There's your boy Trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Trick Williams is here. Looking ready and hyped up for his match tonight. And we are in the arena. Top of the hour, show's kicking off. Let's see who's coming out. Oh, it is your boy Wes Lee. So we are going to get Wes Lee versus Obafemi to start the show, and which on paper was one of the matches I was most excited for. So they always say start a show with the bang. So hopefully this match is a banger. On paper, it should be. Oba's been putting in really good work. I like the way he's grown and evolved. He seems to get better every single week. And yeah, he's the real deal. Sim wants to know if we're going to have a Rascals reunion. I doubt it, but I think Wentz and Miguel are over in TNA, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least they were last I heard. So thanks, Yim, for joining us, being here in the chat. Wesley in the ring. Oba should be coming down in a minute. His music has hit. This is true. That is true. She says they are, but the door is open. The door is open. That is for sure. We've seen Jordan Grace. We've seen Joe Hendry. We've seen Kaz. So that door is definitely open. Blue's here in the house. He says, all right, I'm here for Old Man West. This show better not take as long as Money in the Bank. It will be 3 hours. It'll be over at 7 o'clock, I think. So, same amount of matches on this show as there were last night. There are 5 scheduled matches on the card. All right, Oba's in the ring. He is a big boy. 6, Michael Cole says. Aha. Here comes my fellow workhorse and not mare partner. Oh.
What up?
Thanks for joining. I'm sure they were already tired of listening to me alone, so.
I'm afraid I'm probably not going to help that much.
All right. Oba and Wesley kicking it off.
Great match to kick off the show.
Yeah, definitely. Blue's in the house. He says he's here for Old Man Wes.
You're not old man.
Yeah, he called Wes. He said, Blue said he's here for Old Man Wes. He's calling Wesley an old man.
Is he older than Obafemi?
That's a good question. I have to Google that. The poll is up, so please go to YouTube and vote on who you think is going to win this match. Let us know if you got Wesley or Obafemi retaining. I think we both.
You and I discussed this, and we determined that we don't see how they can take the title off of Obafemi.
Right.
Unless it's like a multi-man schmoz.
Yeah. They're definitely giving Wesley a lot of juice right now, though, because Oba's selling the punches and the strikes from Wes. But then he just tossed him into the corner. Oh, missed with the big kick. Wes trying to take out the big tree trunk legs. Oh, spinning back. Face.
And we also discussed as much as Wesley impresses us and everything, Obafemi, he can be a future world champion.
For 100%. Absolutely. Yeah, his potential is very high. Well, I think we know kind of what Wesley is. And a lot of it has nothing to do with Wesley. I think, unfortunately, a lot of it simply has to do with just his stature, his size and stuff. I mean, on the main roster, that just doesn't. Small guys like that have a harder time getting over and getting time on TV.
Bryan Danielson, who is one of the greatest, and that's why he was put in that position.
Right.
And you got Kofi Kingston, who had an entire movement behind him to get to that point. Actually, both of them had movements behind them to get there.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe Wesley could reach that height of overness, but right now I don't see that. I mean, I don't. There's nothing to indicate that. He's not Kofi Kingston. He's not Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson. He's not. He doesn't. For me, he doesn't have that charisma or that personality of either of them. Um, Not that he doesn't have personality. He's not those guys. So, and both those guys had a hard time getting over. Like you said, needed a movement, and well, it took Kofi 11 years on the main roster, right? So
Mm-hmm.
before he won his first title or main title. So
Like Chad Gable can't even get a mid card championship, and Gable is incredible.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah. Oh, but Femi's got Wesley pinned down on the announce table. Oh, elbow with the big right hand. CM says that was due to bias.
I don't know who Tobias is.
Wesley is now laying under the ring. Here we go. Our third workhorse is in the house. The Ruby Queen. What's up, Anika?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Just chilling. We gonna finish this weekend strong with some NXT.
With some NXT Heatwave.
Yes, stay. There we go. All right, move. There we go. More. Okay.
Oba lining him up for something. Oh, big back elbow in the corner. Stop. Fucking cat. Oh, backbreaker.
They're man.
CM says also that's in WWE. Other companies can do it better, but sports entertainment is what folks watch.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you are correct.
Yeah.
That is very true.
What y'all talking about?
Like AEW size doesn't matter for the world title.
We were talking about how during the preview when we did All for Naught this week, as well as just now, we were talking about how Wesley, mostly probably due to his size, and unfortunately, his ceiling is really limited in WWE. Whereas Obafemi is not. I mean, not that he's not extremely talented as well, but he has the look too. He has the size, look, all that stuff that will help get him to that next level. So, and he's really good. So,
Yeah, he's not bad in the ring, and I think he might be better on the mic than Wesley is.
Obadabi?
yeah, I really like Oba. I'm very high on Obafemi at the moment. So, I think he could be the next big thing.
Okay.
Like, I think the only thing he needs to work on is the in-ring stuff, and like that'll come with experience. Like he's not bad. He's not bad at all.
How long has this match been going on?
I don't know, 5 minutes.
CM says on the main roster? Question mark. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, we will see. I mean, time will tell. But I just think so far he's shown the potential that I think he looks like he's got the potential to be a big deal. I can see it. He's got the size, he's got the look, and I think he feels very ahead of the curve. I don't know where he's come from. I don't know what kind of experience he has, but I hadn't heard of him before NXT, and he already talks really well. He already moves pretty well. I mean, for as young as he feels to me in wrestling years, at least in my terms of my seeing him, he's already very far ahead of the curve. So
Jack Swagger became a world champion with less.
agreed. Oh, he missed the spear. Wesley got up. Okay. CM says he's an NIL signing. So, yeah, I mean, he looks like a former, he looks like a former athlete, probably a former football player, I would guess. So,
Ooh.
Wesley's sending Oba over the top, out of the ring. It has been a very solid match. Wesley over the top, onto the ring apron. Oba misses with the punch. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
With the big right hand.
Oh, God.
We're actually at the same spot, and it's weird to me. You're not like half a minute ahead of me.
Yeah. As soon as you say it, I'm like, oh, there it is.
What? All three of us are in the same spot. What a novel idea.
Finally.
The crowd is into it, chanting, "This is awesome." Canadian crowd is in appreciation of this match so far. Okay. So he did track and field, shot put, to be exact, CM says.
So unfortunately, there is a thing of being too big. And when I say that, my mind goes to Great Khali and unfortunately, Almas. So it's like,
Well, he's not that big.
I was just saying, I don't think he comes off as that big. I mean, he's not that big. He's actually not technically not that big, and I don't think he comes off that big. But
he's probably about the size of like Gunther.
so I need to see it side by side because like right now he looks huge.
He's really got
Wesley's tiny.
muscle. He's got way more muscle than Gunther. He's probably got 30 pounds of muscle on Gunther. But they're the same. They're probably about the same height. A text just popped up on my phone from my friend who says, "Obafemi, the new Brock Lesnar."
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't know if I see that. I don't like Brock, and I like Oba, so I don't see that. But Oba down on one knee. Wesley trying to Superman punch.
I mean, I'd take Sid. If you said the new Sid, I'd feel better about that than the new Brock.
No.
Did you not like Sid, Anika?
1, 2, Wes.
Sid was not good.
Say what?
Sid was not good.
So Canada likes NXT better than the main roster because they were chanting that they love this match. And he's billed at 6'6", so. Which, I mean, I don't know, but, he looks about the same size as Gunther or Braun Strowman or the bigger, genuinely bigger guys.
You know what? I might actually like this match better than anything we saw last night.
This has been really good. Wesley came through the bottom and middle of the bottom and middle rope with the torpedo tope suicida. It's been very solid.
Like my favorite match from last night was Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn. I might like this match better than that.
Oh, wow!
West counters trying to get him in sunset flip. Oba yanks him up. Oba. West gets him over. 1, 2. Oh, close. Oba kicks out. No, this has been very good so far.
Oh, God. Oh, wow.
It's been a long time since I felt like NXT's just showing up the main roster and being like, yeah, we're better than you.
Yeah, and like we've talked about several times, well, we talk about a lot, honestly, that they seem to be doing it right now without what I would call a lot of significant star power. There really isn't a whole lot on the roster, but the shows are good. I mean, the booking and the storylines are good, and it's just working. Oh, Meteora to the back of the head. He drove Oba's head down right into the mat.
What are the other matches we got on the card?
Let's see. We've got Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka for the women's North American title.
Okay,
We
the
got
worst match of the night.
Roxanne and Lola for the women's title.
That ought to be really good.
Frazier and Axiom versus Chase U, but during the pre-show they were saying that Nathan Frazier hadn't arrived yet. They were making a big deal about Nathan Frazier hadn't arrived, and I don't know. So we'll have to see what ends up going on there.
Okay.
And then the fatal.
Actually, that could. The tag team match might be the worst match of the night. I don't know. We'll find out.
And then the championship match, the fatal 4-way for the world title.
Yeah, so we're going to have 3 great matches and 2 potentially bad matches.
Yeah, hopefully the 2 bad ones will be better than we anticipate. Expectations are low, so they don't have to do a whole lot to be better than I expect. So
This match has exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, Oba's got Wes up on his shoulders on the second rope. Wes fighting out. Now
I anticipated this match to be the middle one.
Wesley went for the Hurricane Rana and got caught.
Woo.
Whoa, that looked a little botched almost. Wes countered. That's what it was. Oba tried to powerbomb him and Wes countered too. Then Wesley hit him with that Pele kick. And Oba Femi kicks out at 2.5.
Oh gosh.
They're giving Wesley they're sure giving Wesley a lot of offense. They're making him look really good tonight. They're giving him the Rey Mysterio treatment. Wesley up to the top rope. Big frog splash onto Oba. Oba no sells and got Wesley up. Choke slam. Wesley counters.
What kind of foolishness?
Oba follows him in and drags him over the top rope with the clothesline. Wesley hangs there. Ooh, Oba catches Wesley and hits him with a huge shoulder breaker. There's a couple little rough spots. Oba's missed a couple little spots. Been a couple little botched spots by Oba, but for the most part, it's been really good.
Like, you gotta give him time to recover. You're like, hold up, wait, I'm so tired. I'm gonna catch you later.
Yeah, well, he'll get better. I mean, like I said, I think he's very young in terms of wrestling, especially, professional wrestling. So,
like, no more so like analytical. It's like, hold up, give him like, I know you want to go fast, Wesley, but you gotta give him like 5 seconds to get to.
Oba caught Wesley. Wesley counters again. Oh, Wesley kicks him in the back.
Like, how does Femi have long matches? Like over 10 minutes?
This is the longest match I think I've seen him in.
He looks tired.
Well, the multi-man match was pretty long.
That's true. But he does. He looks really gassed. He does look gassed here.
Yeah. Multi-man match. You ain't gotta you can just.
Right. He probably needs to improve his cardio a little bit. Oh, huge sit-down powerbomb. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. There's no coming back from that powerbomb. God damn. So Oba Femi retains his title with a huge powerbomb.
That sucks a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with CM here. She said maybe nerves. I think he was a little nervous. I mean, this is definitely the biggest match of his career so far.
At least it was about a 15-minute match.
Oh god.
Yeah. So he looks a little tired. There were a couple little rough spots, but for the most part, I think the match was really, really good.
And Wesley works faster than most people do, so a 15-minute match with Wesley isn't the same as a 15-minute match with, say, Randy Orton.
Exactly. So I mean, I'm not sure that it was better than Braun and Sammy last night, but it's definitely very good, very solid match.
I think it contended with that match.
Let's see the poll. 5 people voted. 60 voted for Oba. 40% voted for Wesley. So most people the majority had people with Oba getting the win, which he did. Very solid opening match. Let's see if the rest of the card can reach those heights.
He is a champion.
Hold on for a sec.
All right, and we are at commercial break. I'm watching on my Peacock instead of my sister's, so I'm getting the WWE commercials and not what the Peacock commercials are.
Grandpa's leftovers.
Grandpa's leftovers, huh?
Wait a minute.
Well, that's a cool looking football. I'm open.
It's flat.
Oh, I'm still open.
I was gonna try to get it packed. I had to take it out because the box wouldn't fit.
I'm open.
Let me tell you, and I know it's next year, but I don't care. Stop with the freaking, it's called freaking cities. Most tired of this. Nobody want to go to Cleveland or any of freaking-Apple. I don't like wrestling that much where I'm just solely going to be focusing on coming to y'all to watch wrestling. I actually want to vacate in the city as well.
Here's we're getting the North American Championship next. Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka.
Ooh. All right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I
This
see
is
there was
a very
something on top of
interesting
those. Couldn't tell
Because
what it
Kalani
was.
just got the title,
Oh,
and
my
Sol
God.
was in that same match. And if you're going to have Sol take the title from Kalani, then you might as well just
More
put it in
shoes?
honor a month earlier. So my guess is Kalani Jordan has to get the win here.
We'll see.
Truck's not closed up yet, is it?
Not yet.
All right, you can put it with the other 200 shoes.
I know, right?
Yes, unfortunately, Blue West lost. He did. Oh, but Femi hit him with a huge power bomb, sit down power bomb, or sit out power bomb, whatever you want to call it, for the 3 count. So it'll be interesting to see what Wesley does at this point. Are we going to see another match with Oba? Does he move on to something else?
I think it's time to like they did the multi-man match, they did the one-on-one thing. It's time for Wesley to maybe go for the main. Who has the main title?
Whatchamacallit? Trick Williams.
So yeah, Trick Williams versus Wesley. Let's do that now.
I'm gonna go ahead and pack that, Samuel.
Wesley just taking all the L's.
I mean, I think that Wesley and Trick Williams would be a solid match. I just don't know that Wesley, since he's been back, has done anything to really earn moving up the ladder per se. I mean, he hasn't. I mean, I don't know. Just because he can't beat the big guy for the mid card title, he gets a shot at the higher title because it's a better matchup. Like, I mean, I don't.
Definitely not saying anytime soon, but I am saying it's time to move away from the North American title.
I agree with that. Wesley's been around that title for a long time. He was around it for a long time before he was hurt, and then he was out, and now he's back, and that's right where he went to again.
So the logical next step for him would be to move on and do a tag team.
Yeah, I would see him in a tag. I could see him in
That's
a tag
a lot
team.
of candy.
I know. Well, I gave it to you.
Oh,
I'm not totally sure who I'd pair him with, but I could see him in a tag team. Maybe what's his name?
I don't really want this
Fabian
candy.
Knight.
Well, that's
You
the
don't
thing.
want
He's
it?
already been in tag team with his old boy that's back in NXT. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the
TNA.
Rascals. Yeah, he was. Yeah, and Trey Miguel or Zachary Wentz, right? Yeah.
It's all jelly beans. If it was chocolate, I'd take it, but
That's
jelly
so
beans,
wrong,
no.
Blue, but it's so right. Blue says it's time to. Oh wait, Wesley is 20-year NXT vet. It's time to move on. I hear there's a spot for him in TNA. I'm sure there probably is.
The Rascals would love to have him back.
I'm
Don't
sure.
do it.
Sol Ruka is here to snatch some souls.
Here's the thing. Is he the best member of the Rascals?
No, Trey Miguel's the best wrestler of the best member of the Rascals, in my opinion. Honestly, for me personally, and I really like Wesley, I think Trey Miguel's the best wrestler of the bunch. I think Wentz has the most personality and probably the best promo, and that leaves Wesley at the bottom, honestly. That might be an unpopular opinion, but
I'm trying to remember what it was way back in the day of what Anika said about Trey Miguel.
CM says Wes is the most marketable. That's probably true.
Yeah.
What did I say about Trey Miguel?
Oh, you said he looked like somebody else.
No, I said not Ricochet. That's what I said. I didn't say you look like Ricochet. But as someone who does not know who Trey Miguel is, and y'all kept doing the freaking TNA predictions,
He's the wish, the wish version of Ricochet.
See, I didn't say none of that. So I am not watching. I didn't start it. I did not.
When he was the only one left with when the other two went to NXT, like his whole gimmick was spray paint, right? Graffiti.
Yeah.
No clue.
The poll is up. Please go to YouTube and vote in the poll. Let us know who you think is going to win this match. Is Kalani Jordan going to retain her North American women's title, or is Sol Ruka going to be the second champion ever? That title is brand new. Kalani Jordan is the first woman to hold it. She just won it like a month ago at the last pay-per-view.
But how's she been looking as the first women's North American champion? Like,
I feel like this might be her first title defense.
Yeah.
I think this is her first title defense. I mean, she's been on.
I believe she defended it against Michin in a one-on-one.
You're right. She did. She beat Michin in last week on NXT. That's correct. She did. So she has one defense under her belt. And Mia Yim, that was actually a very solid match. I'm not going to lie. That was a really good match, actually. And a good win over a veteran opponent because Mia Yim can really go, and she looked good. Mia Yim helped Kalani Jordan look really good in that match. And that was a nice little move there. What was Sol Ruka showing off her athletic ability there? Oh, Kalani Jordan went for the head scissor, the Hurricane Rana, and Sol Ruka cartwheeled out of it.
All right, here we go.
Michigan State. There's a lot of. Let's just 5 people view and be cool and drop a like on the video. It's free. It sure is. We appreciate it. Please, everyone, hit the like button. It helps a lot. If you're new,
and please subscribe if you haven't.
Subscribe button. Yeah, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Hit the bell on YouTube to be notified, so you'll get a notification every time we drop content. Oh, that looked kind of ugly. What was that? Was that like a coffin drop?
No.
That looked weird.
That looked weird. Be what you call it?
A crossbody?
Yeah.
It looked like she did it with her back, though. Oh, maybe I just missed it, but it looked like she did it with her back.
No. She tried to flip it, but the distance was not close enough.
What's Sol Ruka's backstory?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, they had a video of her this week on NXT. I mean, she's a former surfer that was whatever. Oh, tried to spike Kalani Jordan's face in the mat, but she put her hands down and kept her head in, and then crossbody onto Sol Ruca. Lots of athletic ability between these two, going back and forth with lots of good moves.
Yeah, she did the Mustafa.
Oh, there we go. Face plant, or X Factor, I guess, from Sol Ruca. Blue says, why does it feel like they're dancing more than fighting? None of their moves feel like they have any impact. I didn't really get that impression per se, but I guess I can kind of see that. You know, sometimes when you do have too much back and forth like that, it can look a little choreographed, and it can look a little. Let's see. CM says she comes from acrobatics and tumbling.
Oh, so they're both acrobats, huh? Jeez.
Who in NXT is that acrobat? Honestly.
Blue says, I mean, I know they're both gymnasts, but they got to learn how to smack.
How about Hank and Tank?
Hank and Tank.
Females. They're nice.
Oh,
I mean, I feel like most of them aren't. Like,
it's not a bad thing, but it's like
Roxanne isn't, Lola isn't, Michin isn't, Fallon Henley isn't, Gigi Dolan isn't, JC Jane isn't. The girl from Chase U, she might have been in gymnastics in high school, but I would imagine she was probably a cheerleader. But I guess that's the same difference.
The same difference.
So so to my knowledge, you got 3 gymnasts, and I'm just guessing with the one.
Kalani Jordan over the top rope with a corkscrew plancha onto Sol Ruca.
Like until I heard that Sol Ruca was a gymnast, I thought that Kalani was the only one.
CM says they're not the same at all.
All right, cheerleading and gymnastics are not the same.
And Blue says it's picking up. Yeah, they kicked it into second gear for sure.
Tia Hale, that's her name. The Chase U girl.
Yeah, Tia Hale.
No. Like you know, with any new any new opponent, you kind of try to have to fill them out. Like, all right, here's our rhythm. All right, here we go. All right, now we're virtuous.
Oh, big kick. Big super kick from Sol Ruca. Kalani's down. Sol off the bottom rope with the forearm, I guess. Springboard forearm. A second one off that one off the second rope.
A clothesline?
I can't. It almost looked like forearms, but maybe they were clotheslines.
There's a whole lot of.
So fast, it's hard to totally tell. Off the top rope. 360 forearm, 360 clothesline.
How do you feel about the collegiate athlete push that they've been doing?
Boo.
Has it been working?
Well,
the clothesline was almost fire, Blue said. I came off all right.
Yeah. Well, who's still in it? That's on NXT.
I mean, isn't that like half the roster?
That was going to be my question because I don't even totally know who they are. So which ones are?
I'm not sure. It feels like I remember when they were telling us all who was in the program. I don't know. I don't think none of them people are here. I know the twins are definitely not here. We know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see a list of people that are coming that way or whatever, and to know. Oh, Poison Rana.
I mean, think of anybody on NXT that you don't remember seeing them anywhere else before.
Well, that's not a good. I have no clue who these people are. You gotta be more specific.
I can tell you the people who aren't.
Let's see. CM says these two were.
Yeah.
Both Sol Ruca and Jordan.
Okay.
I don't know if Lola Vice counts as that or not. Like she was MMA. I don't know.
Starting his count as
Now, all them all those big active volleyball players.
The big weekend NXT Women's North American Championship is on the line.
Really?
I'm hearing audio. Okay, it stopped. Oh, I hear it again.
Jordan, she doesn't want to win a count out. She wants to win inside the
Who is that?
No, mine's on mute, so I don't. It can't be me.
Oh, now it's on mute.
Mine was always on mute.
Something happened where it turned off. I know it was my TV.
I've had my phone on mute the whole time. It's just like I got the captions on. So
What the freak?
Yeah, I got the captions on mine as well.
Blue says, I miss Dana Brooke. I think she could have benefited from going back to NXT like some others have.
She was just on there. What you mean?
Ashley was on there. You missed her.
Yeah. Now she's over in TNA doing Ash Elegance or Ash by Elegance or whatever.
Ashley Elegance. That's her name.
Ashley Elegance. He says, happy to see you on the Indies in TNA.
Just think they could have brought anybody from TNA over, and who did they choose? Dana Brooke.
CM says they didn't want to use her, so yeah, I mean. And to be fair, I mean, nothing against her. She was a solid competitor, but nothing stood out about her. No, I mean, she never really moved the needle for me. I mean, solid wrestler, but nothing spectacular that ever really stood out. Back and forth, you changing two counts here.
So I'm really thinking about this. And like the only wrestlers I can think of that were wrestlers before coming to NXT and weren't just athletes are Roxanne, Eddie Thorpe, and the AEW dudes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I would assume Axiom and Noam Dar.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about either of them. I know.
Like it feels like a short list. Yeah. Like you got the British people, and you got AEW dudes, and then you got just Gigi Dolan. Gigi Dolan was an indie wrestler before coming to NXT.
Some were, CM says some were in acting and other sports, etc.
It doesn't seem like a big list of people who were wrestlers before NXT.
Yeah, and I just don't know enough about all these people's histories to make that comment, so I don't know. I'd have to research all that. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, and of course we got Wesley.
Lonnie Jordan up on the shoulders. Trying for the poison Rana. Solruka holding the ropes, counters, and sends Lonnie Jordan into the top turnbuckle face first. Has her back up on her shoulders. Solruka climbing the ropes. Kalani trying to fight her way out with some right hands to the top of Skull's head.
I mean, I suppose it's not a bad system. It's just, leave it to AEW to find all the good indie talent, and then when their contracts expire, see if they want to come over.
1, 2, 3. Kalani Jordan with the split leg moonsault off the top rope for the 3 count and the win on Solruka. Not gonna lie, through all this shit I talked, I enjoyed that match. I agree. I thought it was a good match. For what it was a good match. For being mid-card NXT, it was a good match. Both women are talented. They both need a lot, more work and more experience, but both women are talented and both are extremely athletic. I like Sol Ruka better than Kalani Jordan, but Kalani Jordan now has 2 really solid wins after beating Michin last week on the weekly NXT show, and then tonight with the title defense here at the pay-per-view. Oh, a show of friendship as she picks Sol Ruka up. 2 of them celebrating in the ring together.
Was Fallon Henley in Evolve before coming to NXT?
But if you already, CM says, but if you want folks who already have a foundation of training and nutrition, NIL works. I don't remember, honestly. I'd have to watch Evolve again. I don't remember. 2-0 for Heatwave. I was like 1-10 for Money in the Bank last night. You couldn't have been 1-10. There was only 5 matches, but I feel you. I feel you on that. Yeah. Again, you asked about the system, and I just don't know. I don't know enough about enough of these people to know what they were doing before, how many have come up through that system, and who hasn't to make enough comments. If someone gave me a list of all the people that could say definitively this is what they did or what they didn't do, then yeah, or if I do the research, then I could comment. But as of now, I don't.
Well, I'll say this: the whole collegiate thing, that was more so a Vince thing than Triple H. Triple H wanted to get people from the indies. So I respect that, because if it was me, I'm like, we're scorching earth. Whatever Vince did, we're not doing anymore. But so I do appreciate. All right, we've already hired these guys. We might as well see if they're good or not. And most of them are decent. It's just a matter of giving these people personality, more so the women, so y'all can be.
And but I will say that Triple H is taking certain talents from other companies too.
Like
you got your Sean Spears, your Ethan Page, your Brian Pillman Jr.
But yeah, probably people he wanted.
We're gonna be getting Julia. I think Wesley was already in back when Triple H had power before.
Yes.
Like Vince took control, but Wesley was already in. And now Triple H has control again, and it's like, well he's still here. They did bring in Blair Davenport, but Blair Davenport is already on the main roster.
And
and she's spent hardly any time in NXT whatsoever.
Like she's gonna be like, it's like, why wait? Some people, why wait? Why are we gonna put you through the coals? The only reason to wait is because we need you to help the other girls get better. But you don't need to do that. Just come on, come on right now. It's fine.
Yeah, there are some people that I don't think need a stint in NXT. There are some people that need it because they need the experience and the reps and all that stuff. And even coming from other companies, there are some people that still need that work, especially to adapt to the WWE style. But for the most part, she's already past that level. So I'm not sure what more she has to learn on WWE. Nothing, or on NXT. Nothing. You can always learn. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean it sound that way, but I just mean she's already experienced enough for the main roster. It's just a matter of her being healthy and now booking her properly.
I had thought that Blair Davenport was going to be the next NXT Women's Champion until she lost to Sol Ruka and Roxanne turned heel. It's like, oh, well, I guess that's not the plan.
Yep. No, I agree. I thought she was going to be NXT champion too.
Because we don't have enough time, and we need some more chicks on the roster. That, as you can see as of right now, like she's on SmackDown, and I know you can't do anything about that. Like, but I would have put her on Raw. Like she's much more needed on Raw than she is on SmackDown. SmackDown already has a nice solid roster of women that I'm interested in. Let's there we go. That I'm interested in.
Well, that's a huge problem with NXT right now. Is that you got like 3 women who are good. It's like, what do you do for the rest of the card?
Keep training them and hopefully they'll become better.
Well, I mean, you got some that are decent in the ring but don't have characters, and you got ones that are good characters but aren't decent in the ring, and it's like so hard to find someone who's both.
Bless you.
I think it's easier to find women who are decent in the ring than it is to find women who are good characters.
Oh, well, as you can, like I said, NXT, all these women are fairly good in the ring. It's just a matter of personality wise. All of y'all are just too happy in the same happiness. It's like I need y'all to diversify, spice it up, watch a movie,
Like
character.
I feel that Wendy Chu is probably a top 5 women's wrestler on NXT.
Ooh.
And unfortunately, like I was so mad she got hurt because like now she's back. It's like all right, maybe 3 more months of NXT then bring her, then call her up. Call her up. Let's
go. I mean, you're a big fan. Me and ALW aren't, but I'm saying like she's probably a top 5 woman in NXT right now.
Why you not like Wendy too?
It's not that I necessarily. Okay, so I definitely didn't care for Pajama Wendy Chu. The jury's still out on the new Wendy Chu. We'll see. I mean, clearly they like something because this is now her third rebranding. So they see something in her. They continue to try to make her work. And so I mean, I'm sure she has talent and whatever. I just don't think we've really seen it all that much on display. And yeah, the Sleepy character was terrible. So this new one is a little bit better, but it hasn't been long enough. So.
It was the female version of OC for me.
Oh. Well, that would explain why I didn't like it. I don't like OC either.
And that's now making me think that she'd work better in AEW than she does in NXT.
I mean, honestly, I never got the Orange Cassidy vibes from the Sleeping Wendy Chu, but
like more so like not lazy, but doesn't her ability doesn't kick in until she's actually in the ring.
Sure. I mean, I can see that. I mean, I can see that comparison a little bit. For me, the closest comparison, just kind of in his demeanor and attitude, this is going to sound kind of weird, but he does it with more malice and like actual like anger. I feel like Naito is kind of a lot like Orange Cassidy. He tosses the belt around. He's very cavalier. He's very nonchalant about things. He's a real kind of just. I'm bigger than this. Like I'm too cool for this type of situation, which is what Orange Cassidy acts like. Like I'm too cool to be here. I get that same vibe from Naito.
Was that Ariana Grace that was talking to the Pebble?
Yes.
It's hard for me to recognize her without a giant tiara on.
On the sash. Speaking of the Pebble, is she ever going to go back to the ring? She was in the ring for like a month. She had like a spot for like a couple months where she did a couple little things in the ring. And ever since then, she was like the manager for the Schism or Dyad, whichever one it was. I don't remember now. And now she's the general manager. So
think that they're just going to be using her as an on-screen talent.
Interesting.
Even though
Like, I
they-
guess she's like the new Sonya.
even though I didn't think her in ring, even though it was only a couple of minutes, a couple of times, it wasn't that bad to me. I thought she did decent enough in NXT, and she was learning. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I can see it. Give her a couple more
Sure,
times. I can see her.
she was always better on the mic than she was in the ring, though, and like they're just rolling with that, I guess.
Well, I wonder if some of it isn't on her. I mean, I wonder if maybe she prefers being on the microphone as opposed to actually in the ring. I mean, I don't know, but some people, I mean, we all talk about it here. We're not anxious to get chopped and hit and punched and kicked and thrown over the top rope. I mean, maybe you take a few bumps and you're like, I'd rather talk on the microphone. You know what I mean? Like, so who knows? I mean,
Zelina Vega was on the roster for like 5 years before she really started being an in-ring competitor.
I thought that she was going to have, I thought she looked okay in the ring the couple times I saw her, and that she looked like she had potential. She just needed work, and that's why she was in NXT, and then basically went off the screen as a talent and just has been doing, the general manager stuff basically. So,
What
All
kind of
right.
tribute?
Well,
right?
I thought you
Sammy's
liked these
favorite tag
guys.
team.
No,
Sammy's favorite tag team.
I didn't have to. I haven't
Literally
seen their
fire them
interest
both.
together. No, I haven't seen their interest together, so I'm like, okay, that was a whole lot of graphic effects. It was my eyes hurt just a little bit.
Well,
CM
Nathan Frazier showed up.
CM says in TNA, Zelina was good.
Yeah. I think she's always been good. Yeah, she was in TNA.
Well,
Women's Tag Team Champion. Knockouts. Women's Knockouts Tag Team Champion. You know what I'm saying.
Blue says he's going to take a break during this match. Yeah, this is probably one of the matches you can definitely
Yeah,
take a
this
break.
is the piss break.
Oh, y'all don't like Chase U?
I don't like Chase.
I thought that the Sol Ruka match was going to be the worst match of the night, and then ALW reminded me that this match exists. I forgot this match was on the card.
Why do y'all hate Axiom and Nathan Frazier?
No, I
Well,
don't
you don't watch
hate them.
NXT.
I don't actively hate them like Sammy does. I just don't like them as a tag team. I like them both as singles guys. I just don't like them as a tag team.
And so I haven't watched NXT in a minute, but I've seen them individually, and I think they're both great wrestlers. So I'm like,
yeah, I just don't like. I just think they just don't do anything for me as a tag team. There's nothing really there. They're bland. I mean, they're just. The poll is up for this match. Go to YouTube and let us know who you think is going to win. And I actively dislike Andre Chase and Duke Hudson. So
I like Duke Hudson. He's the one guy in this match I like.
Andre Chase is just annoying.
Yeah.
He's a decent worker, but his personality or the character is extremely annoying. He drives me nuts.
Like, it's one of the things where it was funny when he first was there, and now it's like, now keep doing it. No, don't tell him to keep. It gotta be organic. The cussing. This is like the first.
Right.
The first time it was an interview, he lost a match. He went there was a backstage segment that he was not involved, and then just all of a sudden he was talking to the friend. This is boy. That was freaking Greg, and I was like, people in the back was like, what the freak is happening? And that was like, oh, okay, that's Chase U. It was like, just let him do it sporadically. Don't tell him to keep cussing. It doesn't get the specialty out of it.
Right. I mean, for a minute when it first started, it was okay, but it's definitely way overstayed its welcome, and it's gotten worse as it's gone on, I think. Chase U as a faction, and they're whatever their ultimate storyline is, which I'm still not totally sure what it actually is, or the goal of their faction all the time. So
Why are they?
What's up with the being in purple instead of red?
Oh, we're the same thing. Why are they in purple?
that's a really good
Did
question.
I miss something?
I don't think so.
Like the Chase U colors are red.
Frazier trying to use his speed against Duke Hudson. Duke Hudson fighting him off.
Maybe another extension program or something.
Oh, huge belly to belly suplex from Duke Hudson, throwing Nathan Frazier
I
around.
just realized what it is I like about Duke Hudson.
What is it?
What?
He reminds me of Colt Cabana.
Because of the headband?
Well, also his vibes.
Yeah.
Like, he's very Colt Cabana. Now that it clicks in my brain, I'm like, oh, makes sense. Okay, I get it now. I get it.
I mean, I guess I could see it a little bit. My argument would be that Colt Cabana has personality and Duke Hudson doesn't. But other than that, I guess maybe Frazier with the insecurity to Chase tags Axiom. Some double team work here between Axiom and Frazier on Andre Chase. He's in trouble at the moment. Axiom with the pin. 1, 2. Andre Chase kicks out at 2.
That was
Axiom and Frazier got Chase on their side of the ring at the moment. Working him over into the ropes. What was that? Was that a shoulder block into the midsection?
bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're both holding.
Right? It looked kind of weird. They're both holding each other like they both took a bad shot. That looked weird. Oh, Axiom 1, 2. Chase kicks out. Axiom's got the rear naked, or the chokehold, the rear choke on Chase. Andre Chase. Chase trying to fight his way out. Oh my gosh. Oh, Frazier with the cover. Andre Chase kicks out at 2 again. Frazier trying to figure out what he has to do to keep Andre Chase down. I don't think there's anything wrong with Nathan Frazier and Axiom as a tag team. There's just nothing that stands out or special about them. So there's nothing that makes me go, oh, I gotta watch that match, or I really like them. Like I like them as singles guys. I think they have much more upside and potential as singles guys.
They're okay in the ring, but like I wouldn't say that they're great. Like if there was a cruiserweight division, they'd be fine as singles competitors. But there's not a cruiserweight division, so I see no point in having them. They're not good on the mic. Their backstage segments, like at most, make me cringe. At the very least, makes me want to change the channel.
That's kind of deep. Wait a minute.
Axiom's
like-
trying to. Good.
Even though there's no cruiser in division, it's like when Wes Lee. I think that was more so the thing. When Wes Lee was a champ, that was when the North American title was cruiserweight division, and it's like, yes, and he had great matches with Axiom and Nathan Frazier, but I agree with the decision of keeping the belt on Wes Lee, and so there it is. So to speak, it is what it is.
Right.
But I think there are above just okay in the ring. I think they're actually pretty great.
Actually, with the
You
leg
think
lock
so?
on Andre
Yes.
Chase in the middle of the ring. I think they're
I
both
don't think
talented.
either of them is as good as like say a Noam Dar. Neither of them is on Noam Dar's level.
Okay. That's a lot.
Is it?
It
Well, I
is.
mean, fair. I think Noam Dar is really good. He's obnoxious and annoying, but he's really good. I mean, especially in the ring. I mean, his wrestling is really good. So, I mean, I
But
don't. Yeah, I
obnoxious
mean,
and annoying is his personality, so I give him a pass for that.
there's not a lot of guys on the NXT roster that are as good as Noam Dar. So, I mean, I'm not sure that's an indictment. I mean, Metaphor sucks, but Noam Dar is great.
But this is all going to the question of who makes it to the main roster, who is talented enough to, and
I mean,
like
you're
we
gonna
have.
have some guys that are never gonna make it to the main roster, in my opinion. You're gonna always have some guys that are always gonna just be NXT lifers as long as they're in WWE. And Axiom and Frazier are probably two of those guys. I mean, which is fine. I mean, I can see, both of them being, North American title champ or most North American champions at some point, and maybe one of them, if they can develop a little bit more, being an NXT champ at some point or something. I mean, I don't know.
Yes, replay that. What the freak?
But no, I don't think either of them is main roster material per se. But I think they're okay for singles competitors for NXT. I mean, you've got to have warm bodies. I mean, even
And
without
I have
people in
the
it.
opposite mindset to it of you don't want NXT lifers.
Oh,
Like you want to bring up the new talent, the next talent, the people who are going to be your superstars on Raw and SmackDown.
yeah, but you got to have some cohesion too, and guys that are around for a while. Like if it's simply all just development all the time, then I think you lose some, I don't know, some cohesion with having at least a couple guys that have been there for a while, a couple veterans, a couple up and coming guys. I mean, you got a nice little variety of mixture at the moment with Sean Page and Ethan Page and Sean Spears. I combined the two for some veteran life, and then you got younger guys, and then you've got a couple guys that are probably never going to get off of NXT as long as they're in WWE. I don't think there's a problem with that. I mean, sure, ideally WWE wants everybody to make it to the main roster and to be the next superstar, but that's not going to happen. And NXT needs warm bodies that aren't always guys that are just developing. Matches between two developing guys or girls all the time often is not going to be good. So you have to sprinkle it in with some guys that are just never going to get to the main roster, but are very solid NXT wrestlers. I mean,
And for a large part, like the women who got drafted in the last draft, like I felt like could have spent more time in NXT, honestly.
I agree with that. If not for their development, at minimum, just because the NXT division needs them, the women's division needed them. I mean,
Yeah.
they could really
And the
use
one
Lyra
girl who
Valkyria
I'm
right now.
the one girl that I'm spacing on her name, like I felt like she would never reach the point to where she'd get drafted up, and they drafted her up, and I'm just like, y'all sure about that?
Right.
Kalani James.
Yeah.
Kiana James. Yeah.
Kiana.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think that's probably true. No, I think Lyra Valkyria could have stayed in NXT. I mean, she's fine on the main roster and she's doing good, but it would have been good for NXT. Even though I think she's beyond that, I wouldn't have mind seeing Jade have a little stint more than what she actually did in NXT, wrestle a few matches, maybe win the women's title, have 6 months or a year of actually putting in some work down there and just adding to that NXT women's division. Not necessarily because I think she needs it, which she could have benefited from it, but just to add more life to that division. So
I'm not sure what the matches y'all be watching on NXT, but this is a great match. So I'm not sure the whole them not good as Noam Dar is kind of blowing up. I'm still on that. That's still kind of blowing my mind just a little bit.
Do you watch Noam Dar matches?
I do, and No offense, they aight, but they're. I think, yeah, Nathan Frazier and Axiom in the ring, if that makes any difference, are the same. Yeah, it's the same level of competition. Yes.
That's the one thing that's great about wrestling is everyone's entitled to their opinion, and there's no right or wrong answer. So,
Well, there's some definitely wrong answers.
you guys both know I have a lot of takes that a lot of people don't agree with. So, I'm the last person to
Mhm.
say that somebody, to have an unconventional take is that there's anything wrong with that. So,
Are they trying to? Is he too
Spanish
big for
fly
this?
from Axiom. Hudson over.
Where's with Duke
Nathan
Hudson? He's
Frazier
too
with
big
the
for this.
450 splash. 1, 2. Andre Chase.
Duke Hudson ain't too big.
Like, yeah, I've never seen him start doing the event. Woo!
Canadian Destroyer. That was a Canadian Destroyer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, after he broke up the pin, he stomped on Nathan Frazier's back and broke up the pin and then gave Axiom a Canadian Destroyer. No, this match has been better than I expected it to be. I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
It has exceeded my expectations.
Yes, it has. I believe this is the best match that I've seen any of these men have.
Nathan Frazier had some decent singles matches around the Heritage Cup and stuff. So, I mean, I'd have to go back and watch some of those, but it might be. For Duke Hudson and Andre Chase, I definitely believe that. Chasing Axiom, Andre Chase and Axiom in the ring right now. Axiom kicking Andre Chase in the chest. Andre fighting back with some huge chops. Andre trying to go off the rope. Axiom followed him in with the clothesline. Vice versa. Chase hit him with Andre Chase hit him with the meat boot.
Well,
So Frazier kind of pushed Axiom out of the way, caught Chase's foot, and then Chase tried to enziguri. Tried to enziguri. Frazier missed him, hit Axiom, then Nathan Frazier just kicked Axiom in the face, trying to hit Chase. 1, 2. Chase almost had the title. Axiom kicks out at 2.99. The crowd is stunned. Uh-oh. Nathan Frazier almost cost his team the championship.
After a few bucks.
Right. So who's the dude in purple? Because he's throwing me off. Last time I saw this, it was what's his face? Tom Holland.
Ridge Holland.
With him was in Chase U.
The guy in the ring right now with the purple pants and the red shirt? The red sweater?
I'm saying Rich Holland was Chase U for a minute. So why isn't he out here? Who's the new dude now in the purple shirt?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's Riley Osborne, the dude in the purple shirt. He's been around for a little minute. And Ridge has kind of been in and out, like he's been wanting to join, but I don't think he's been officially inducted, or I don't think he's become an official member of Chase U yet. Maybe he has. I'm trying to remember. He's been hanging around, and they've had a few matches, but if they're going to win the titles, Andre Chase wants that belt. He doesn't, Yeah, the purple tank top at ringside is Riley Osborne.
Okay.
Who is definitely other than Rich Holland, but he's an actual member. He's the newest member of Chase U. And then Rich Holland, who still is kind of on the fence or hasn't been totally accepted. Huge superplex. Nathan Frazier to Andre Chase. Oh, there it is. Their tag team finisher. Suplex with the super kick from Axiom. Frazier over the top rope. On to Duke Hudson. Axiom waiting for Andre Chase to get up.
Catch him!
What was that? Was that a flying super kick? 1, 2, 3. Axiom and Frazier retain. Oh. That match was much better than I thought it was going to be.
Wow.
They're celebrating in the ring. There's no hard feelings left over from Nathan Frazier kicking Axiom in the face and almost costing him the title earlier.
Like, It's the accident stuff.
It's an accident.
And everything.
What's the name of the tag team that I like?
TNT.
Yeah, TNT.
Tyson and Tyreek.
Yeah, they're
Yes,
good. I like them.
Mm. All right. Well, the people that voted in the poll had it right. Poll is ended, and Axiom and Frazier, they were 66%. People thought they were going to win, and they did. So, per the card, we got 2 matches left: the women's championship, Roxanne Perez versus Lola Vice, and the fatal 4-way for the NXT Men's World Championship, world title. I assume the fatal 4-way will be the main event. You guys agree?
Oh yeah. What else could it be besides that?
Well, there's only 2 matches left, so it's either the women's world title or the men's world title. I mean, it's either Roxanne and Lola or the fatal 4-way. So,
We gonna get out of here before 9:30?
I mean, as best I can tell, I think there's only 2 matches left. There was only 5 on the card. We've already had 3, so the card seems to be moving very fast. I mean,
Backstage interview with Wesley.
which I'm not going to argue with getting out of here early if they want to let us go. I mean, if they want to end the show,
Hey,
2 hours or 2.5 hours, I'm fine with that.
no qualms about it.
Nice. I'm at a loss for words. I'm sorry. I got to figure out what's next for me. I'll see y'all on Tuesday. So Leslie's going to do some soul searching over the next couple days and then talk to people on Tuesday and hopefully have some idea what's next in his NXT career at this point.
NXT merch day.
That's right.
If only there was some sort of title you could go for that was like underneath a certain weight that he could challenge for and win. You know, if only such a thing existed.
Yeah.
That's interesting because have they been? Did they ever sell NXT merch before now? I feel like okay. Going back to the whole, you have to be called up to the roster because that is ultimately the goal. If they're selling merch and your merch is selling, I mean, I don't know. Because at one point in time, they were trying to make this a third brand. They were.
Right.
They actually were trying to make it the actual show. People didn't have to move; they didn't want to. But pandemic happened. Stuff, yeah.
Yeah, the black and gold era, right? I mean, and that was when
Right.
NXT was the best. I mean, that's the best NXT in my opinion to date. So,
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm not sure that they were getting out of NXT what they ultimately want, which is all the development. So I understand why they went away from it again and why they're back to kind of what they're doing now. But, at the same time, it was still also my favorite time, and I think it was also the best NXT. So,
All right. So yep. All right. So the women's NXT World Championship matches next.
isn't that? Yeah, this pay-per-view is moving really fast. Up, we're getting the Josh Briggs video package first. There's a guy who I think has a ton of potential. Just needs to be booked right and given the opportunities.
NXT was best when Keith Lee was the champion.
Um, I mean, it was
still
definitely
decent.
good during that time for sure. I don't know if it was the best, but yeah, I mean, it was good during that time.
It was still decent, but that was pandemic era though.
Well, also like not just him as the as the NXT champion, but him as the North American champion too. That
Right.
those two time periods.
Yeah, I'm getting a ring.
Speaking of which, before we get when we end the stream, before we all go, remind me to talk to you about Tuesday night in the cookout.
Alright.
Because I forgot last night. I wanted to talk about it last night, but I forgot. So, because by the end of this Money in the Bank, I was tired and I was ready to go, so I had forgotten. But if you guys think
Don't
about it,
worry.
remind me tonight before we go away.
We were all tired. Oh,
Right. We're getting a Carly Bright video. Apparently, she was a cheerleader at the University of Minnesota. So
I'm
she has
seeing.
no problem performing in front of lots of people. She just said, I performed in front of 70, 80,000, 90,000 people.
I'm getting a freaking Pizza Hut commercial right now. I'd rather get that than pay for most stuff that I don't need.
Yeah, at this point, I'd almost rather see the Domino's commercial or the Pizza Hut commercial. I mean, not that this is not that it was a terrible little segment or anything, but it wasn't like it was anything special either. So now we've got Dante Chen talking about Lexus King. Is there a less inspired feud than Dante Chen and Lexus King?
I'm not gonna say less inspired, but more so, can we get this over with? This should not be a long thing.
Hold on for 1 sec. I'll be right back.
Like, this is not a blood feud. Let's just get this over with. See, now you're just being petty. Peacock just showed me the freaking old peace sign. We'll be back shortly. Why? Show me what y'all be showing to them. If y'all ain't got no freaking other more commercials to show, just being rude.
August 6th,
August 6th.
NXT, the Great American Bash.
Oh, punk.
Speaking of which, stay tuned to Enter the Square Circle, where we will be having the Great ALW Bash.
Did that say Tuesday, August 6th?
Yep.
So they're doing it on a Tuesday night weekly show. Okay, it's not getting its own pay-per-view. Interesting.
They do that from time to time.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do.
Now I'm more so mad because it used to be in July. We gotta try to move the freaking needle for whatever reason, pump. Like, I feel like there was a pay-per-view at the end of July. I don't know what it was, NXT or WWE, the main roster, but there was definitely a pay-per-view at the end of July, and now there's not one now, and I'm mad.
Yeah, I can't keep track of all the pay-per-views that they've had at different times. So I'm always confused. The only ones I can ever keep track of are the main four. So I know Rumble's in January. I know Mania's in April. I know SummerSlam's in August and Survivor Series is in fucking November. So other than that, I don't know what shows are going on where or when.
Didn't SummerSlam used to be in July?
No, that was always the beginning of August.
I feel like it's always been in the beginning of August.
Summer's over before you go to school. Last pay-per-view for me and you. I'm more so mad because my birthday is at the end of July, and it's like, okay, Let me go to watch wrestling. It's like, nope, you're not doing it. None of y'all. Okay, fine. I'll just stay home. It's cool. It's fine. All right,
The
now watch.
poll
Now
is
you're a
up.
Cancer, huh?
That's why I'm your Ruby Queen. Yeah.
Please
My
go
sister's
to
a Cancer.
Workhorse Wrestling Network YouTube channel and vote in the poll for who you think is going to win. Roxanne Perez, will she retain her title, or will Lola Vice be the new NXT Women's Champion?
Not yet.
You think Roxanne retains?
Oh yeah.
Anika's going with Roxanne, Sammy?
I don't know. I'm really split on this. Like, if Roxanne wins, what do we do with Roxanne now?
Yeah, she doesn't really have much other competition that they built up at all.
We gotta wait until what's his name from New Japan gets himself off the ground so we can get
Julia?
all the what we want to see.
What?
Julia versus Roxanne Perez.
What does that have to do with New Japan?
Yo, so who's the dude from New Japan that has his own little new promotion?
Right, she's talking about waiting on Julia to come, and Julia's doing the thing with what's his name. So the guy that's starting the new promotion.
Yeah.
The promotion is Marigold, and the dude was from Stardom.
Yes, exactly. So we gotta wait until she gotta help her homeboy get her off the ground, and then she'll come here and do her versus Roxanne, and then that's when we'll color up, I guess. Why are you crying? Why are you emotional?
But
So
why does it have to be Roxanne?
Well, on Tuesday, Anika, she had a really on Tuesday, Lola Vice
Why
had a
not
really
Lola
bad
Vice?
in-ring promo where she talked about how all teary-eyed and like fake crying with a bad crackle in her voice about how she was waiting to make the phone call to her mom about how she won the NXT title and how she wants to make her mom proud and blah blah blah. And she got all emotional. And Roxanne was like, "Hey, everybody in the back wants to make that phone call." So, Dolores says Julia might show up tonight.
Or it could be for Jay.
So, again, haven't caught up with NXT a lot. I ain't gonna say Little Vice sucks, but as Julia's first opponent, I would prefer Roxanne. Roxanne. Quattro.
Well, I like them both. I mean, I think Roxanne is definitely a little above Lola at the moment because she has a little more experience in the ring and in kind of these bigger matches. She's now held the belt for a minute and she's been, it's her second time through. So, but
I'm trying to say she has more experience when she's probably only been of age to drink alcohol for like 2 months.
no, I'm just talking in-ring, on TV, WWE experience. But I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I was just making the comment because she's like 20.
Right. I think I could be wrong, and maybe only time will tell. When I watch these two, I feel like Lola Vice has a higher upside and more potential on the main card than Roxanne Perez. That's just my personal opinion. But she needs a little more work. So, I mean, she's not ready for the main roster yet, but I can see her being NXT champion right here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're both won the breakout tournament when they debuted.
I know Lola did. Did Roxanne? I think so. Yeah.
Roxanne did, yeah, because they had to speed the whole storyline with her. Jay, because The people who were the NXT Tag Team Champions were getting called up.
I took
So
the
the
curtains
whole
down, but
freaking up had to be fast forwarded a little bit.
so it's just kind of nice.
And here's somebody's background. I don't, it's not, but it's not NXT. I don't know what it
No,
is.
no, it's my
like,
sisters.
oh, okay.
It's my
Okay.
sisters you hear.
We were trying to be quiet.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
He says it's okay, it's okay.
Okay.
Hey.
This is what she never returned the book.
Do you think Roxanne would benefit if she had like a manager or something? Because like the heel turn did her wonders. I think she did. She's better as a heel than the babyface. But there
Right.
is one more thing she needs. Do you think maybe like a manager maybe?
I don't think that there's a woman in NXT who's better on the mic than she is.
Okay. But for the main
Interesting.
roster, maybe
Oh, for the main roster, sure.
like let her be the protege and have someone coach, have someone talk for her.
Like,
I don't know that you need somebody to or a manager, but she could definitely benefit from being in a tag team or a faction with some veteran superstars. That could, teach her
or
that.
you can have her and Cora Jade get the band back together.
No. Roll skateboard, whatever she is, needs to go away.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Or Cora too. I don't like either of them.
Well, who you slapping, chick?
All right. Roxanne sends Lola in the corner. Lola with the shoulder block, and then the hip swivel.
You still doing
Clothesline. Lola into the armbar. Roxanne trying to find a way out. Stacks her up. One. Lola kicks out at one. Roxanne working on Lola's arm.
Armbar. Oh, that's so stupid.
Lola tossing Roxanne around. Some big knees to the midsection. Throws her by her hair across the ring, showing her superior strength. Roxanne fighting back with a back elbow. Oh, Lola Vice tried to hit the back elbow and Roxanne ducked out. Is that what happened? Yeah. Yep.
Trying to get one of them Oscar back fists.
Right? Roxanne, big forearm to the back of Lola's neck and back.
Oh, God.
Roxanne ramming Lola into the corner head first.
Why you mad? You mad?
None. Roxanne standing on Lola's chest. One foot on her chest, one foot on the second rope. And then she stomps her in the chest. For the pin, one. Lola kicks out at one. Barely one. Roxanne slapping her, pushing around, showing her some disrespect. Oh, Lola counters. Sends Roxanne into the corner, bouncing her head off the turnbuckle a few times, rolls her up. 1, 2. Roxanne kicks out. Ooh. Roxanne slamming Lola's head into the mat. Lola draped across the second rope. Roxanne pulling her hair over the top rope. Ew, nasty.
She's being real aggressive up in here.
Yeah, Roxanne is being really aggressive.
Off the hair.
Right?
I'll say this: I love Roxanne's outfit. I mean, when she was the baby face, she was taking chances with the get up, and it's like the chances weren't working for me. So I'm glad that she kind of toned that down just a little bit.
Yeah. No, her outfit looks good tonight.
Now I go back to the half business thing she wore, like I think of last year. I'm like, what, baby. I need you to tone all of this down. Whew. Oh, okay.
So far, in my opinion, Roxanne has looked really good and Lola's looked a little shaky. 1, 2. I was expecting a little bit better performance from Lola so far, but
I think
looks
they're
like
taking
she's
it
trying to
slow.
kick it in. She's starting to kick it into second gear here a little bit. She's had some combination kicks.
Ooh.
Roxanne's looked really good though. Very solid. Fundamentally sound. Hip attack. Huge hip attack. Lola Vice, Roxanne in the
Get
corner.
these kicks. Come on now.
Yep. Lola Vice 1. Roxanne kicks out at 1. Oh. Counters. Roxanne counters into the sunset. Roll up. 1, 2. Huge right hand from Lola Vice to the midsection of Roxanne Perez. Roxanne holding her stomach. Lola tries to kick her in the corner. Roxanne moves and hits her with a big European uppercut to the back of the head. Oh, she went in for another European uppercut. Lola caught her in the sleeper. Roxanne kicked out of the corner and then had her rolled up. Lola for a 1 count. Oh, rear naked choke. Lola Vice has a rear naked choke locked in. Roxanne trying to roll to the ropes. Her below the ropes and outside the ring. Lola's still holding it. Roxanne pushes her back into the announce table, smashing Lola Vice into the announce table. Lola breaks the hold. And they're going at it outside the ring. Ooh, Lola Vice into the ring apron, into the ring post.
I dig it.
Ooh, Roxanne just stomped Lola's hands on the outside. Yes, Roxanne's been very aggressive.
Oh, more so. We're nigga choke. That was very Shayna Baszler-esque.
Yeah.
If they wanted to, get Shayna's old group back together, I think that would have been nice to have her as one of her new horsewomen.
Right. I thought Shayna was going to spend a little more time in NXT.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that the NXT women's division needs help and Shayna's not doing anything on the main roster. So
She'll be over at what's his face, Bloodsport. Hopefully facing, facing Murder Grandpa.
we can hope. Roxanne working on Lola's arm. Roxanne taunting Lola, standing on her arm, trying to dunk. Oh, she tried to drop the knee on Lola's arm. Lola got the arm out of the way. Back and forth.
Thank you.
Roxanne
Woo.
trying to get Lola into the armbar. Lola fighting her way out. Ooh, belly to back suplex from Roxanne. Murder Grandpa may be on a break, CM says.
Oh, I thought they announced him for Bloodsport though. Don't take away the dream. Don't do that.
Roxanne missing the springboard moonsault. Lola with the triangle choke. Roxanne counters out. Oh, Roxanne went for the back fist. Lola caught it. Lola hits Roxanne with the big back fist, but Roxanne goes out of the ring, out to the ringside between the second and third ropes. And it doesn't look like Lola can capitalize.
Oh shoot! That fist was dangerous. Got it, man.
Oh, shit. Did he? I didn't hear that. CM says, didn't he collapse like yesterday? I don't know. I didn't hear that.
Oh.
I'll have to check that out. I sure hope not. I believe you when you say that. I trust what you're saying is true. I just, wow, that's crazy.
What happened? Who was he fighting yesterday? Or he just that going okay. Get better.
I don't have any clue.
Grandpa.
Right? To be fair, he is like 55 years old. So, I mean, not that means you should be, collapsing, but just putting in work in the ring at 55 is a tough task, I think. Dolores said he had a concussion.
Aww.
So, is this your first time watching a Lola Vice match?
No.
Anika?
I was watching her versus Shayna in the underground match.
Well, that's an underground match. That's
different.
Is it?
Oh, Lola with the spinning kick, a second one. Roxanne down in the middle of the ring.
Pop rocks. Okay.
Lola went for the back fist again.
These camera angles.
Pop rock. Lola kicked out.
You are not Malachi Black. Don't do. Pop
Lola
rock
kicking out of the pop rock.
Now you lose. You are not Malachi Black with your feet.
Hold on for just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Underground is more MAS. I will give you that. But she did way better with Shayna than Shayna versus Ronda. So I will give her that. Like I said, she doesn't suck. I do think she's good. I just think for Julia, I would love her first opponent to be Roxanne. Why are you mad? All you want to do is beat you for your title. Ain't nothing personal.
Did we just see Pop Rocks on the announce table?
We did. But that announce table is undefeated.
Roxanne dragging Lola back in. 1, 2. Roxanne working on that arm. She wants that label lock. She's got it locked in. Is Lola going to tap out? Lola's pretty close to the rope. She doesn't have far to go. Lola's kicked out at 2 Pop Rocks. Now she's in the label lock. Oh, Roxanne using her foot to Lola count. She got out. Another 3rd Pop Rocks. She went for a 4th one. Well, that was a botched one. So that one was way botched there. Going for a 5th. Another one. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that didn't work.
Nope, they had a botched one.
What is wrong with you?
But then she pulled it back out and got another one. I think Lola Vice ate like 7 Pop Rocks during that match.
Like, why was you mad? Why was Roxanne mad?
I mean, it's the same thing with Cody and his Crossroads. Like, hey, if one doesn't get you, I'll just do 3 in a row. See if you kick out of that.
Look, she was hella aggressive though. You was hella aggressive.
I cut my toes somehow.
What?
I've been helping my sister move today. Some way, somehow, I cut my toe.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, isn't Roxanne the babyface and Lola the heel?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, Roxanne is not acting like a babyface, but I thought that's how it feels like she's been. I mean, I guess she's been. No, you're right. I mean, I guess she's been a heel champion. I mean,
Lola was out there and she cried and said she wanted to call her mom and say that she finally made it. And
that was the babyface. That's the babyface promo. You're right. That is the babyface promo. All right. So Roxanne Perez retains her championship. I think we only have one match left. The Fatal 4-Way for the NXT World Championship. So
very good.
It looks like
girl. You did your thing though. You did your thing.
For Lola, yeah, I thought Lola looked really good. The match was really good. It was solid.
No debut or return.
No debut or return. No Julia.
I have no idea what you do with Roxanne.
Feed me more. Feed me more.
She's done been through the roster.
Blue says, I was trying to get my daughter to see the Canadian Destroyer, but all she could do is scream, "Oh my God, I see the booty." Blue says, that's inappropriate, dog. He says, this kid cracked me up.
She's not wrong, though.
She's not wrong.
It's a whole
She's
lot of
not wrong.
Them angles be angling sometimes.
Nothing compares to AEW, where it's like, okay, get out of her behind. Like that, go.
Tony D.
Get it.
Blue says, say hi to Kyrie for me.
She ain't down here. She on the main roster.
Getting the video package of Tony D and their issues with everybody, but most recently Metaphor.
They're going to take you for a drive. And after the drive, you'll never be seen in NXT again.
How you doing?
I mean, to be fair, they just get drafted up to the main roster, but they are not seen in NXT again.
They will be seen on Raw or SmackDown the following week, but not on NXT again.
That's what happened to Pretty Deadly.
You get taken for a ride, and then you get promoted.
How dare you, Tony D? How dare you threaten people with a good time? Oh, what's BJ up to now?
He's talking about how they cut him off of his Twitter account as access. After a split from Josh Briggs, he began to spiral. Took a sabbatical to pull himself together, and he came back attacking people.
I thought you referencing it.
How do you feel about him?
Necessarily have a problem with them. I didn't like the whole Josh Briggs, Brooks Jensen, Fallon Henley stuff that was going on. I didn't care for that stuff. I really like Josh Briggs. I don't have enough experience with Brooks Jensen, I think, to make a real assessment. I hadn't really seen him before. The stuff with Kalani or with Fallon Henley and Josh
Terrible.
Briggs, Josh Briggs. So
and Kiana James.
And Kiana James. I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with them. And I kind of like the psycho showing up and attacking people angle. So I'm kind of here for that. So time will tell. I mean, at this moment, I don't have a problem with it.
So out of the four of them, Kiana James was the one who was drafted to the main roster. And it's like, she's the last one I would have picked out of the four of them. But Josh Briggs is doing better now that they've broken up. Fallon Henley is a heel and is doing better, I think.
Right.
Like, yeah. I assumed she was going to be the NXT Women's North American Champion. Like, it was a surprise to me that she didn't win that.
I agree. I agree.
Good old BJ. I don't know what you do with him. Like, it's not really a great member in the group. You know, I mean, well, now that it's not even a group, it's like,
yeah.
It feels like he needs to be with somebody. I don't know how he works as a singles talent.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, obviously, we haven't really seen it yet. I mean, other than him coming back these last couple of weeks and having this little interaction, invasion angle, whatever he's got going on, which I don't have a problem with. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I like Josh Briggs better. But like I said, NXT always needs warm bodies, and he's not terrible. So,
yeah. I believe the last time you asked me about him, the only thing I could say was he's got a good name.
Right? Yeah, I think that's true. Now we're getting a Tony D Twitter video, or.
Anika abandoning us.
I think she got
there. She is
for a minute.
They're trying to take me out of here, but it ain't happening.
Not yet.
They ain't gonna take you out. So how do you feel about him, Anika?
What? Who? What?
Josh Briggs' former partner.
Brooks Jensen.
So here's the thing.
BJ.
Here's
BJ.
The thing. I did not mind his character when he was with the tag team. It was hilarious to me. I think he hit all the right notes. Was entertaining me personally. Now, after the whole Kiana James thing happened, after the girlfriend thing, that made it a little more convoluted.
Ooh, GNT.
After that, but I didn't mind that. I didn't mind any of it.
NXT sounds pretty good this week.
What?
Oh, you got a regular commercial. You're not seeing what we're seeing, are you?
They just said that NXT Wesley will address his future. That's all I saw.
Oh, you didn't see the stuff before that? Oh.
No.
They announced the match card for Tuesday. Got a Fatal 4-Way tag team match. Carmen Petrovich is taking on Ariana Grace. A couple other things. Sounds like it'll be a pretty good show. I'm excited for that tag team match. I'm gonna be rooting for TNT, but I'm not gonna be mad if Gallus wins. You got the Good Brothers, and I believe the other team was OTM. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe those were the 4 teams.
All right, getting ready for the main event. Trick Williams defends his NXT World Championship in a fatal 4-way against Shawn Spears, Ethan Page, and the young OG, or Young G, sorry, Javon Evans. Oh, Dolores says there were actually 2 tag matches, not a 4-way tag match, Sammy. I missed the
Oh,
graphic.
okay.
I missed the graphic because I wasn't looking at the screen at the moment, so
So it's Gallus versus TNT. Well, that's gonna be a killer match.
that should be a banger for sure. Anika, who you got winning this match? You got Trick retaining his title?
Yes.
Sammy, you got Trick retaining as well?
Hold on. Let's do this again, but we can't name Trick. Go.
What?
You got to pick somebody else?
None of us can pick Trick. Yes.
I'll take Ethan Page.
I'll take Shawn Spears.
I'm gonna take Ethan Page too.
Ain't none of us picked Javon or Javon.
Which is funny because I think he's the one I like the second most. I like Ethan Page most, and I think I like Javon Evans most. But he's so young and so green. It's not ready. It's not time yet for him to have that title yet.
Yeah.
I do think Trick wins, though. I think this ends up being a big victory in his title reign over 2 solid veterans like Shawn Spears and Ethan Page, and then obviously the up and coming Javon Evans. So I think this match is supposed to solidify Trick as a real formidable champion.
He would become the youngest NXT champion of all time.
Yep. Was he 20 years old?
I think he's still 19.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, here comes Youngblood.
That's what it is. Young Blood. I called him Young OG earlier, and that wasn't right. Young Blood. I couldn't remember what it was. I knew it was Young something. Right. The Bruce. Dun, 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 dun. Dawn Spears. What's with the Jason hockey mask?
That don't look like Jason to me.
I would say it's not Jason. It's actually a skull, but it's not a hockey mask. It's actually a skull.
coming out like the Punisher or something.
Yeah, it kind of looks more like that. Yeah. And even then, it's a little different. But let's see. Dolores says Javon Evans is 20. He's 20.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought they had
Still
said.
not old enough to drink.
Still not old enough to drink. Blue says the chairman, Sean Spiaz,
The man of chairs.
John Dillinger, Ty Spears. I'm sorry, Sean Spears, formerly Ty Dillinger. I do find it a little interesting that they had him as Ty Dillinger in WWE before. He goes away. It's Sean Spears. They bring him back, and instead of making him Ty Dillinger again, they just let him stay as Sean Spears. That was kind of interesting.
Well, I mean, they were like, we buried Ty Dillinger so hard. Like, what's the point of even bringing you back if we have to make you Ty Dillinger again?
Yeah. Blue says, let me go sear the steak real quick. And Dolores says, Ethan is from Canada. So this is in his home country. Ethan Page could get the win here. Could get the rub for the hometown.
But his jacket says resident of the USA. Because he's a heel and he has to get that heat. He's like, yeah, I'm Canadian, but I'm not claiming y'all.
CM says, let's go, Evan, so I can get some freebies if you win. LOL. Spears is from Canada too. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada.
I have a lot of Canadian wrestlers. I didn't realize that.
Oh.
Well, you can thank Bret Hart for that.
Yeah, I knew there were a lot. I just didn't know that there was as many as there are. So every time I hear somebody, I'm like, oh, I didn't realize he was Canadian too. Like,
Bret Hart inspired an entire generation to become wrestlers.
Whoop that trick.
Whoop that trick.
Yeah.
Like, if it wasn't for the Harts, like, we wouldn't have so many people. We wouldn't have Kevin Owens. We wouldn't have Sami Zayn. Like, probably wouldn't have Edge and Christian.
KO.
Like, the list goes on and on.
Sam says there ain't nothing else to do, LO.
Except play
in Canada, but wrestle.
Y'all so aggressive.
No, they can play hockey.
Dolores is in. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick.
Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick.
I gotta say, I don't mind whoop that trick. I do find Booker T annoying. In between the whoop that tricks, yeah, get it. Let's go. Yeah, come on, like shut up.
That's how it became good, though.
I love Booker, but I just don't like that little part. The world without Christian.
Or Edge.
Sad world.
Sad world.
What would we do without the patriarchy?
All those lost fathers.
All those lost fathers. All those wayward children taking in.
Just going to a life of crime and violence. They ain't got no guidance. Because their father's dead.
Father's dead.
I remember a time, and I think it was maybe during the Black and Gold era, where the takeovers were like 2.5 hours. And that's about what this one's probably going to end up being. We're at the top of 6 o'clock. This isn't going to go an hour. So.
Yeah, I mean, aside from certain shows of like Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole, like, it usually was always less than 3 hours.
Going out like broke Bruce Wayne. I'm sorry, say that again. The Adam Cole ones were 3 hours.
Like Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano. Those ones
Right.
would feel like 3.
Right. Match is officially underway. Javon Evans and Ethan Page are outside, and Trick and Sean Spears are inside. Trick with a scoop slam on Sean Spears, and a big clothesline sending Sean Spears over the top rope to the outside. All 4 men outside the ring right now. Javon and Ethan Page still engaged in a strike fest on one side of the ring. Spears and
No,
Trick on
no,
the other.
no, no, no.
Oh. Now we got Spears and Page looking at each other. Ethan Page is saying you're going to work together. Take out Javon Evans and Trick Williams, or who can do it better, I guess. So
I'm
Spears
still
stepped
a
Trick.
little upset about last night.
What about it?
That I was right.
But what?
Right, about what?
I'm trying to think of her name now. The winner of the Money in the Bank.
Oh, Tiffany.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tiffany.
Yeah. Like I said, I could see them doing it, but I think it's stupid to do it, and they did it. And here it is the next day. I'm like, man, that is so stupid.
It hasn't even been 24 hours yet. We haven't even seen her with the belt or with the briefcase yet. So, I mean, I do think it's too soon for Tiffany. I think she's a little too green, and I do think that they're only doing it because she fits that WWE aesthetic that they like, as opposed to really have earned it based on her merit in the ring. At the same time, what?
What the heck did Javon do? Like he did some jump flip kick thing and like hit nobody and just landed, and it's like,
What do you? Okay, wait. He did like it was a jumping schoolboy. Is that what you're just looking at?
I didn't see him connect with nobody. Now he's doing a roll up on Trick, and him and Trick. Okay,
Yeah,
I just saw that.
On the Trick.
I was talking about like 20 seconds earlier because you're apparently ahead of me.
I must have missed it. I guess I didn't notice it.
He did a springboard jumping kick, and like no one was anywhere close.
So he hit thin air. Okay,
He hit thin air and landed on the canvas. Meanwhile, Sean Spears and Ethan Page were busy fighting each other and didn't even notice him. It's just like,
I'll have to go back and check that out because I missed that. But Javon and Trick are in the ring now. Javon again on the top rope, Trick with a huge drop kick to the face of Javon Evans. Well, Ethan Page and Sean Spears were both at ringside now. Spears is in the ring with, what is that? A pizza box? Oh, a chair. White chair. Sorry. A pizza box. A white chair.
I got those.
The Trick clearing house at the moment. Ethan Page back in the ring. Oh, Sean Spears tried to go for the back body drop, but Trick kind of flew over him and clothesline Ethan Page. Ooh, double flatliners. Ethan Page and Sean Spears from Trick Williams. Kips up. Javon Evans off the top rope with the double clothesline onto Page and Spears, and then he gets an enziguri for his work from Trick Williams for a 1 count.
My problem with Tiffany is when I see her, I just think knockoff Charlotte Flair, or worse, I think not as good Mariah May.
Yeah, no, I agree with both of those statements.
No, we're all on the same page, but for some reason she's over. For some reason people like her. I have no idea why.
Oh shit. Ethan
But
Page
they like her.
suplexing Javon Evans onto Trick, who was draped across the middle rope. That was kind of cool little move. Yeah, well, again, I mean, it's because she looks like Charlotte. She's tall, she's blonde, she's
Well,
attractive, she's leggy. I mean, she's athletic. I mean,
but
you know, but
But here's the thing. I said over the fans. Charlotte Flair is not over with the fans. Like
this
the
is
last
true.
time she was here, it was truly like, ugh, are you serious? And you put a belt on her. So yeah, I get WWE is pushing her, but more so why do the fans like?
Right. I get that. I get that. No, I mean, usually the fans seem to do a pretty good job of getting behind who WWE pushes down our throats after so long. But there are some people that never get over despite how much WWE shoves them down your throat. Unfortunately, she's appearing to get over. WWE's going to show her enough, book her in enough spots where she's, in a good situation, and fans are going to start to like her. I mean,
And that's the craziest thing to me because with her character, like I'd be booing her.
right?
Like, so here's
Like, all these fans watch TikTok, and she's similar to like something you'd see on TikTok. Okay,
well,
okay.
maybe I guess. But so I won't say I didn't like her before she did Sweet Behind interview. Like when she was going to get Roxanne Perez and she did a double behind comment of I hate this, but I'll say it. When Roxanne they're going against each other, Roxanne was like, I've been going up and down on buses to train. Then they go to Tiffany. She was like, that was dumb. They have a new thing called a plane. It's like that was cute. That was fun. That was funny. I ain't even gonna front. So I ain't gonna front like she's just like talentless. But you do stupid stuff and you get no more love from me. So I'm not gonna say she's talentless. She just gotta watch your dumb behind mouth. See?
Well, I mean that was in character. That's exactly what her character would say.
No, not that. I mean, when you're interviewed out of WWE and you say dumb behind stuff about certain people. I see
So,
information.
so you think people should not keep kayfabe alive?
No, okay. So you don't know what happened. CM, I want to be very, very clear about what the crackhead said in the interview about someone calling her a black bee. Yeah, she said something real dumb. It was really dumb, and it wasn't in kayfabe.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
hear it, or at least I don't know until someone mentions it. And when someone mentions it, maybe I'll remember of hearing it. But right now, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, I never heard of this.
Oh no!
Although
Yeah,
I'm not active on Twitter.
Sean Spears has Trick up on his shoulders. Javon Evans with the
Like,
super kick to Sean Spears.
Unless you guys tell me, I don't hear about this stuff.
don't worry. One moment here.
Like, it's got to be something huge to like break into me hearing about it.
Here we
Like,
go. Tiffany lied and said she didn't hear an IG story. She reposted calling Jade a black biatch.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, CM. Yeah.
When you repost the story, it plays it in full. So
On to NXT in this beautiful four-way. Clearing up.
moving along. No, I hadn't heard that, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah. It feels like that was the reason why they didn't push her in Queen the Ring while she lost. But you get over stuff real quickly because you need a Money in the Bank winner. Do you think will be a good success?
It's appalling and disgusting, and yet no longer am I surprised by the stupid shit people say. It's like as soon as I start to give someone the benefit of the doubt, they say some fucking dumb shit to show me what kind of real person they are. So I'm done giving the benefit of the doubt to people, and you know.
What the freak, young boy? What is wrong with
Honestly, I feel like WWE is struggling with the women's division.
Oh yeah.
you?
Oh shit! I thought it was Javon Evans. Javon Evans flipped all the way over the ring post onto Trick through the guardrail. Holy shit!
He got it from Montez Ford. He got it from Montez Ford.
God damn, that was a lot of air. Holy shit! Javon Evans flew, and now he's back up in the ring with Sean Spears on the top rope. Sean Spears on top. Spears has Evans on his shoulders. Evans trying to fight his way out, trying to counter out. Oh, Death Valley driver up the top rope. Sean Spears to Javon Evans. Ethan Page quick throws Sean Spears out. Goes for the pin. 1-2. Javon Evans kicks out. Blue says, I want Trick Williams to be successful. Yeah, I do too. I think he's got a huge upside. I think his potential is very high.
Oh no, personality-wise, he's got it. Just got to be a little bit more smooth in the ring. That's all.
Yeah, he just needs some more reps and some more time in the ring, and he'll get
Who?
it.
Trick.
Oh.
Like he oozes personality, but in the ring, it's a couple more little tweaks. That's all. Just tweaks.
I mean, he's been a wrestler for what, like a year and a half? Like he's doing fine.
No.
More time.
He's been in NXT for a minute. He was actually one of the Nigerian soldiers behind Apollo Crews.
That's true. That is true. I remember that. That is true.
I didn't remember that. I thought the first time we saw him was with Carmelo.
Oh no.
Where they acknowledged him, yes. Where like he actually had like some where they, made it known who he was. But yeah, he was Apollo's Nigerian bodyguard for a while. Or one of them.
You've gotta watch, and I'm pretty sure YouTube, just look it up. The first appearances of wrestlers. It's a whole lot of people who used to be security. One of my old time favorites was what's the face? CM Punk was actually in the entrance of John Cena when they were in Chicago. He was one of the gangsters riding on the truck with guns. Sheamus was a security guard. You saw MJF getting pushed by Samoa Joe. That's actually one of the cutest little things when people are.
The best though has to be Sean Spears.
I just can't stand. See, I didn't know that until they said, "Oh, that's Sean's." Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Stand.
Javon and Trick are having a moment in the ring right now. Oh shit! Wow. Blue says only because I want him on the main event WrestleMania, and I've either Terrence Howard or 3-6 Mafia perform the original Whoop That Trick as his entrance. That would be a moment.
3-6 Mafia performed Mark Henry stuff, so they got to connect. They already got to connect with them. Come on.
Right.
I'd love to see a segment of Sean Spears giving a super kick to Shawn Michaels in the back.
Or Sean kicking Spears again.
If he can.
He's been doing that yoga. My baby still has muscle.
Sean Spears to the second rope. He's pulling Javon Evans up. He's trying to set him up for something. It looks like he's trying to suplex him outside the ring. Or from the top to the outside. Javon fighting back. Spears with the headbutt. Javon off the rope. Spears all alone on the top rope.
Come on, Evans. Let's go.
Poll ended 75% take Trick, 25% take Ethan, and those are the only two people picked. Javon Evans with the corkscrew.
Let's go, boo boo. Show up and show out.
Holy shit. Trick just barely made it to break that up. That was 3. Ooh. 1. Man, that was almost 3. Holy smokes. Javon Evans. Oh, Trick. Javon Evans went to the top rope. Trick pushed him off the top rope and he flew into the announce table. Back first into the announce table.
Oh, that's what that hurt.
Right? That looked like it hurt.
That corner not collapsing. Dear God.
CM says I was going to say something rude about HBK, but I'm going to leave it alone.
Back to the forward. Y'all don't stop testing me. Y'all don't stop testing me, okay? So
Trick is getting hyped up right now, setting up Spears. He missed the kick. Spears trying to sink in the sharpshooter, rolls him over. Middle of the ring. He's got it cinched in. Is Trick going to tap out?
during the match between Jeff Jarrett and what's his name? Hangman and Jeff did a sharpshooter. I'm gonna punch you in the face here. I'm so serious. He did a sharpshooter. I'm like, why did everybody get hyped? Was Owen hurt? Was Owen Hart? Is sharpshooter just a classic Canadian move, or was Owen Hart's official move?
That I don't know. That I'm not.
When it was Jeff Jarrett versus Hangman, and he
Right.
did a sharpshooter, everybody like, oh my gosh! I'm like, what the? Was that wasn't Owen Hart's? I mean, I know it's in the family, but
Yep. Beard stepped on his dick. That's illegal. CM says it's a Hart family move. So.
okay. Kind of like y'all all going off. What the freak?
So Trick Williams just hit Ethan Page with a huge knee. Ethan Page fell on Javon Evans for a 3 count. And the new champion is Ethan Page. All ego Ethan Page. Trick is beside himself. I think by accident, Sean Spears was trying to pull Trick out of the, not by accident, but was pulling Trick out of the ring and save Trick from breaking up the pin. Ethan Page is out on top of Javon Evans.
Whoa.
That was crazy. CM doesn't like it. CM says whack. Dolores is happy. Dolores says yes. And Ethan. And holy shit, I got it right.
I like this.
Uh,
Ethan Page winning the title in Canada. Like, of course, he's the heel right now, but man, in a couple of years when he can actually like take a moment to celebrate, I did that. You know, it's gonna be nice.
Dolores says that motherfucker couldn't win this, couldn't do this in AEW. I'm proud of him.
The only caveat to this is that now that Sean Spears has lost this, I'm kind of the mind that Sean Spears will never hold a singles title. And that kind of sucks, but it is what it is.
I agree. I'm going to say, even though Ethan Page won, Javon Evans was the standout of this match.
Mm-hmm.
He had the best spots. I thought he looked the best. So Trick hit Javon Evans with the knee. Javon Evans went down. Then he hit Ethan Page with the knee. And Ethan fell on top of Javon. And Trick couldn't get there to break it up thanks to Sean Spears.
Like Sean Spears, you eat like when I look back at it, like why are you sad? You're the crackhead who didn't let Trick interfere and break up the freaking count.
That's what I'm saying. I think the story's supposed to be that Sean Spears maybe wasn't aware that Trick was trying to break up the count and was just trying to pull him out of the ring to fight with him more. But in the meantime, he cost him the. I mean, Spears or Trick could have broken up the fall, but he didn't.
Like, it would have been better if you was like, all right, we're a team now, I'll help you out. But no, you idiot. What do you think Trick was doing, you crackhead?
Say his name and he'll appear.
Yeah, that was weird. Why did we just get a face of Joe Hendry for a half a second?
Like, what kind of spooky crap?
What was that?
That was spooky stupid. That was so stupid.
All it was just his face on the screen for a half a second. That was it. Blue says, I like the ending. It leaves the door open to so many different matches and situations. I agree. You take the belt off of Trick, you put it on Ethan Page, who's going to be a good champion, but you protect Trick by not having him take the pin and looking really good in defeat. Javon Evans was probably the one that could take the pin other than Spears. So,
But see, this is your fault, Trick, because you invited Coach to the cookout, then you brought his little Canadian friend along with him over at AEW. Now you lost the title. That's why you don't invite everybody to the cookout, Trick. That's why you don't invite everybody.
I saw an interview with Joe Hendry, and he was talking about, what convinced him to become a wrestler. And he said that when he was 15 years old, his buddy went to a WWE show and was talking to John Cena, and he mentioned to John Cena how his buddy couldn't show up, and so he called Joe Hendry on the phone, and John Cena talked to Joe Hendry on the phone for like 10 minutes. Meanwhile, there's a massive line of people waiting to talk to John Cena.
That's funny.
And that inspired him of like how to interact with fans and stuff, and inspired him that he wanted to do it himself.
So says Joe Hendry also popped up at WWE. Yep, he said he can be anywhere. TNA, NXT. Joe Hendry is coming for him. We're here for that. I like Joe Hendry on NXT. I believe the show is officially over, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it definitely is over.
It is definitely over, so we'll take a quick second and do a little bit of cleanup. We'll put up the horsey. So let me take the banner down so y'all can scan the horsey without any problems. Please scan that QR code, the little workhorse horsey that Dolores created, the beautiful horse Dolores created. That'll take you to Linktree, and Linktree will have all of our social media on there. You can get to all of them from Linktree. Please check that out. Interact with us. We're on everywhere there's social media, we're there. If you're new, hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Hit the follow on Twitter. Hit the follow on Twitch. Make sure to hit the like button on this video. It helps a lot. Hit the notification to be notified, or the bell so you can be notified every time we drop new content. Make sure and check us out every Sunday for Enter the Square Circle. Myself and Sammy Joe playing WWE 2K24 right now. Mondays for Seeing Stars with Dolores and Jay News, where they talk about all that's cooking up in the world of independent wrestling and all the up-and-coming stars. Join us Tuesday night for the Cookout every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. live, where we talk about all that's cooking up in the world of professional wrestling. Make sure and join us Friday night for Friday Night Fights, where Anika and Sammy Joe watch SmackDown and Rampage live, give you their live reactions and opinions in real time as they watch the show. And then join us on Saturdays for our Saturday Night Is All Right Collision watch along. Where we watch Collision and provide you real-time reactions and opinions on what's going on. So there will be a new show for Raw, NXT, and Dynamite review coming shortly. We'll have some more details in the next day or two as we get those details fine-tuned. But look for that coming out Saturday mornings instead of the shorts we were doing and instead of All for Notch and Aftermath of Dynamite. So sorry for all the confusion and the changes with those, but we're just trying to find the right thing that fits. So we're trying several different things, and we'll get there eventually. So bear with us. We will continue to review those shows, but it should be taking place on Saturday mornings here in the near future. And like I said, we'll keep you updated. So as Dolores always says, let's cut out the lights. If I can find the, where is it? Maybe I can't find it. I don't know. I can't find the black background. Needless to say, yeah, I don't know how to cut the lights out. So, nonetheless, unless anyone has anything else to say, until next time, peace.
Bye.